There are many reasons why STEM disciplines are important for our society. For instance, STEM plays a key role in addressing crucial global challenges, such as the climate emergency, public health, the security of food and water, and so on. So ensuring that there's enough current and future scientists and engineers and people with the appropriate knowledge and skills to work in these sectors is really important, but it's not the whole picture. Being STEM literate is also highly valuable. People can use STEM knowledge and skills to be active citizens, so making informed choices, for example, about their health and their behaviours, taking action in their lives to help and benefit themselves and others. So in other words, STEM literacy is really important for everyone, and ensuring that STEM is open and inclusive is a key part of what's been termed the good society. However, the profile of who participates in STEM, particularly at higher levels, remains narrow and resistant to change. This is particularly seen in the physical sciences and engineering, where participants are more likely to come from socially privileged communities, for example being male, middle class, able-bodied, and so on. So figures show that in the UK and many Western countries, women and people from lower income communities, as well as those from some racially minoritised communities, remain persistently underrepresented. And that stays the same despite decades of initiatives aimed at widening participation in STEM. So these patterns are also reflected in the profile of those who tend to participate in out-of-school informal science learning opportunities. Research shows that the reasons why some communities are underrepresented in STEM aren't due to any lack of interest or aptitude or motivation on behalf of the communities and individuals in question. Instead, evidence shows that societal inequalities and the everyday practices of STEM across both in and out of school settings play a really important role in creating these patterns. So, for instance, the Aspire study is a survey of over 40,000 young people aged 10 to 18 in England. And this showed that generally most young people find science interesting. The majority also reported positive views of scientists, for example, seeing them as making a positive difference in the world. And they also said that their parents valued STEM. But this interest and these positive views of science didn't translate into them seeing science as something that's for me. Instead, over time, their experiences of STEM led the majority of young people to feel excluded from science, despite valuing science and finding it interesting. In particular, many of them came to feel that they weren't clever enough to do science at higher educational levels, and this was a view that was found even among some of the very highest attaining students. So, informal STEM learning opportunities tend to be better at reaching and serving young people from more privileged communities, even when, as our own work has shown, there's considerable interest and enthusiasm for STEM among underrepresented communities. So, what can we do about this? Well, in this course, we'll be helping you, as an informal STEM learning practitioner, to better understand the causes of these unequal patterns of participation, and it will help you make changes to your practice that can help address these issues and create more inclusive and equitable experiences and learning offers.